Hello, my name is Samuel Hansen, and I am the host and producer of Relatively Prime, Stories from the Mathematical Domain. And in our first 2 seasons, we brought you the story of Chinook, the AI that defeated the game of checkers, as well as a toolbox that was filled with mathematics to help you survive the apocalypse, and a mathematical exploration of gerrymandering. And we definitely can't forget that haiku battle that was fought on Facebook, which was really all about the mathematics. And now I am so happy, literally just so happy to tell you that Relatively Prime is back for Season 3. This mathematics podcast is one of very few, and if you let me to editorialize and brag a little bit, I really do think it's the best. We are the one that goes in depth in these stories about mathematics in a way that no one else does. And I'm so happy to be able to bring this back to you to make more episodes. This season, there are going to be a few changes. The big one being, we're going to be getting released monthly. That's right, a new mathematical story in your podcast feed every single month. In order to maintain this release schedule, we are going to change the format of the show just a tiny bit. Mostly, we're just going to have a single story each episode, instead of a bunch of stories all around some theme. But this focus on a single story is going to let me go much more in depth, make a much better single story than I could have before. So really, we're all winning. We get more podcasts, more episodes, as well as an even better story each time. But in order to do this, I'm going to need your help. Podcasts cost money. We all know this. And in order for me to, be able to make this podcast, I really need all of you listeners to just give a little bit. And this time, we're doing it through Patreon, which is where you are right now. And Patreon is this wonderful service that allows you, the people who love the show, the people who listen, to pledge to give a little bit each episode. And when you do, you're going to get rewarded, such as me thanking you on an episode or access to a special Patreon-only RSS feed, which will give you hidden little bits from the show, stuff that was cut out, stuff I couldn't put in, interviews that just don't quite work but are still fantastic and super amazing. And also, I'll be sure, especially for all your super mathy people out there, put in some of the more in-the-weeds things that I'm not going to put on the episode, but really give you the good, deep mathematics of what my guests are talking about. And you get that by becoming a patron of the show, just by clicking over here or over here, it's one of the two, clicking on the contribute, the pledge button, and giving a little bit to the show. And if you do, I'm going to be able to keep doing this. And if a lot of you do, I'll be able to really focus on this and, not be a barista. But even if I'm still a barista, just a little bit will help and will allow me to continue to make this show. And I know that you're going to help because you all love mathematics, just like I do, and you love the mathematical stories even more, and you want everyone to be able to hear them. And the only way we can do that is if I keep on making the show. So help me out. Help me keep making the show. Help this show exist in the world so mathematical stories exist in the world. You know that that's what we really need. And you know that that's what you want because you want to hear these stories. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for pledging and becoming a patron of Relatively Prime, the best. I'm not even going to apologize for this anymore. The best mathematical podcast out there. Thank you so much. And, as always, have a math-terrific week. I really need to stop saying that, but it's too much fun. Thank you so much.